Hey, Rich here. I'm excited to be reviewing some hot sauces made in Iowa from a company called Iowa Pepper Company. I've already reviewed a couple of sauces or a couple of companies that make sauces here in Iowa on my blog, happystinkingjoy.com. I'll have a link in the description. But today I'm going to be reviewing sauces from a small batch company here in Iowa called Iowa Pepper Company, and I'm really excited about these sauces. I actually ordered these sauces a little over a year ago, and I'm just now getting around to reviewing them. I kind of thought I'd be reviewing stuff a little faster than I have been, but I've been saving these, and I'm really excited to get to these. Iowa Pepper Company is based out of Des Moines. The owners are Jeff and Caitlin. They're from Iowa. They did, though, spend about a year living in South Korea, so they took their Midwestern ketchup can be too spicy attitude, moved to Korea, lived there for a year and developed a love for all things spicy. I feel like everybody from the Midwest should have to spend a year in Korea, if that's what happens when you spend a year in Korea, is you develop a love of spicy things, because it's really hard to find good, spicy, truly spicy food in Iowa especially, but anywhere in the Midwest. It can be difficult unless you're in a bigger city. So they're a small batch pepper company, so the downside to that is the three sauces that I'm going to be reviewing are no longer available on their site. And none of the sauces that are currently on their site are as hot as the most mild sauce that I'm going to be trying today. They have the Game Day sauce, which on their heat scale is a 7 out of 10. I have the 7-pot taco topper, which is a 9 out of 10. They do, at least the last time I looked, they did have a taco topper sauce that probably has very similar flavor, but it was like a 6 out of 10 on the heat scale, so they're not using the 7-pot peppers. And finally, the last sauce I'll be trying is their Ben and Jess's Atomic Jerry, which has some peppers in it that I've never heard of, which is kind of cool. They all sound very hot. There's a Reaper and a Ghost Pepper, but they're also a little bit fruity on that last one, so we'll see how it goes. The first one I'm going to be trying is the Game Day sauce, which is a heat scale 7 out of 10. This is the pepper that's being showcased, and this is the Fatali pepper. I've never tried a Fatali pepper. I've heard of them, so I'm kind of excited about this. It's bell pepper, onion, Fatali pepper, lemon, garlic, salt, and peppercorn. 7 out of 10. Oh, and right away it's good. Got great flavor. Can taste the lemon and the garlic. I'm not really getting any of the peppercorn, but it has a nice heat to it. Nothing I would classify as super hot, but I can feel the heat, and my taste buds are pretty jacked because of COVID. So I tend to, my spice tolerance is pretty high. I lost my smell and taste with COVID back in 2020, and I didn't have it for a year. And during that time, I'd always liked hot sauces, but I put a ton of hot sauce on everything. There are sauces now that I could barely tolerate that I can eat by the tablespoons now. So that one does, the Game Day sauce, the heat does build. I can feel it building a little bit, so that's nice. That would be a sauce if you used it on a meal, if you doused a burger with it or something, it would continue to build as you're eating, and you'd get a nice heat going. That's pretty awesome. Next is the 7-pot taco topper. I'm gonna give this a shot. This one, onion, yellow 7-pot, bell pepper, vinegar, tomatillo, lime, garlic, salt, cilantro, peppercorns, cumin. So this should have a nice kind of Mexican flavor and would probably be good on a taco. Lime hits me right away on that one. Good flavor. You can get those spices, the cumin and the cilantro. It would definitely be good on tacos or burritos or Spanish rice, refried beans, hamburger, pizza, anything. That's good sauce. I'm not really feeling a lot more heat with this one than I did the first one. So the first one was a 7. This is a 9. I still had a little bit of the burn from the Game Day sauce when I tried this one. Maybe it's building on top of it a little bit. I mean, it definitely has heat. I can feel the heat, but it's got great flavor. I love a good hot sauce with great flavor. Finally, the Atomic Jerry, right? Now this one, it's got bell pepper, lemon, blueberry, vinegar, peach scorpion reaper, kiwi, bingo peppers, peach ghosts, purple gator jigsaws, sugar, garlic, salt, Holton's hot honey, which I think is a local to like Des Moines hot honey company, and peppercorn. This one's 10 out of 10. So according to their rating system, they don't get any hotter than this one. Now, when these guys moved back to Iowa and decided to start this pepper company, you can't find these kind of peppers in Iowa. So they started growing their own peppers, and then they also partnered with a local farmer, I believe, to grow some of these peppers for them. So we're going to try the Atomic Jerry. I can definitely get the bitterness. I feel like Super Hots inherently have a little bit of bitterness to them, and I don't know if it's the Reaper, but even Ghost Pepper, I feel it has a little bit of bitterness to it. Ghost Pepper is a little more florally than a Reaper, but yeah, I can feel the heat on that one. It's got you can taste the flavors. You get a little bit of fruitiness from the blueberry. And the kiwi, not a lot. It's not distinct. It's not like, oh, that's blueberry, that's kiwi, but it's just a mild fruitiness to it. Nice heat. That's one that would definitely build as you're eating it. That's one. If the problem with these sauces is with Lola's and with Brown Dog Farms, I have been able to find some of them in local grocery stores. Lola's especially, it's everywhere. Brown Dog Farms, recently I started seeing one of their flavors at Hy-Vee's. So you can get those sauces. These, because they're small batch, they probably don't have the kind of quantities that they'd need to fulfill stuff in grocery stores. So you got to order it from their site. I'm not sure if in Des Moines there may be some local places that carry their stuff, but yeah, this is a sauce I would have on hand all the time. It's continuing to build in heat. It reminds me of some of like the volcanic pepper sauces and the pucker butt pepper sauces that I've had that just, you eat them and it just continues to build. This would be one that if you put too much of it on a meal, it might be a struggle to get through it, unless you have a really high heat tolerance. So that is a good sauce. So I'm glad I finally got this done. I'm glad I finally got to try these. Iowa Pepper Company. I'll have a link to their website in the description also. Check them out. Like I said, they don't currently have anything as hot as this on their site, but being small batch, I'm guessing when next year's batch or the next batch that they make comes out, hopefully they'll have something in this heat range, because they've got it down. They've got the flavors and they've got the heat, and it's an excellent combination. Give them a try.